My mouth keeps quivering like.
Yeah.
Why do you guys look like you've been sent to the head teacher's office and you're about to get your ass beat?
Hi guys, I'm Fèroce, I'm from East London and I'm a rapper.
I'm Just Azar, I'm from East London and I am also a rapper.
What genre would you say that is?
We're quite versatile, you know, like we're very versatile as artists. I say whatever suits the emotion or message that we're trying to put out, we'll do it. So like Afro swing, grime, drill, R&B, like anything.
Nah, true. To say what artists, it's like sort of downplaying our craft to a certain degree. So I'll say what artists rather than say rappers in that sense, because we're not just stuck to like one specific type of genre. Because usually a lot of people say, when you tell a lot of people you do rap or you're a rapper, they're like, oh, what, so drill or grime? And it's like, nah, just music. So
that's right.
Yeah.
And for me, I think I was a young adolescent. I was like 15, 16. And I just started thinking about life, like, you know, like people always go through the usual route of like school, uni, job and whatever. And, you know, I just wanted to be different, and I couldn't find a way to express all these things that I was kind of like my epiphanies, if you will. And then out of nowhere, I just like literally, I don't know what influenced me to do music, but that's how I know it's something that really comes from within, that it's a deeper calling. Because everything I've ever done before that was because I saw other people doing it, I was following. But music was like an instinct to me. And yeah, just the gems that I feel like I put in my music, I feel like I wanted to share that with people so they can make sense of anything they're going through, their joy, their pain, whatever. So
yeah, I just found myself growing and being able to express myself through music. And then eventually, once like I developed my skills and everything, I just realized, okay, cool, this could either be a career you could do or a passion, which would be something greater than just being a hobby or something. So actually getting to do more with it, speaking to people with it, getting to share vibes with people, and also just like sharing experiences through music and meeting people, networking, and just doing something that will be out of the norms of what most of our peers at the time did growing up. So sort of kept us out of trouble, if you may say. Few people spoke about Wretch.
Wretch.
If Tupac was alive, definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a good couple of people. Koji Radical, that's one person I definitely would like to work with.
I feel like even now though, he's one of the people that now would be like the time.
Yeah, definitely.
You could sort of do that with.
Ling Hustle, she's excellent at what she does. And even stuff that's not music too. You can collab with people in many ways.
Cool. So music-wise, there are a lot of them, but other inspirations are Denzel Washington. He's just so cold. Like his influence is even like in movies. Okay, cool. And here's the thing with like say our music, for example, whether it's a chill tune where you're just catching vibes, there's always something there's always something beneath it. And that same with his movies. Every movie he acts, most people think he always acts same genres all the time, but there's always a consistent message throughout all his movies. And you can see that through the characters he portrays. He's almost like a philosopher than an actor. Because every time you see quotes, whether it's on Instagram or something, he's speaking about life. For example, in American Gangster, there was a certain work ethic he had. So even though he was a drug dealer, like he was very, very disciplined as to what he was doing and he tried getting his family members to be on that same level of discipline, because as we found out, one weak link was like the detriment of the entire empire he was building. So not to say that's a perfect example to live by, but there are certain principles that you could pick out from, and like you could see it in other people's lifestyles or in other people's lives. So for example, the billionaires, there's a certain work ethic they have, which he had. So I'll say, yeah, Denzel is one of them, like one of the top ones.
One of my ones would have to be a combat athlete by the name of Israel Adesanya. He's one of my inspirations because, you know, even fighters in general, just the way they carry themselves and the way they like approach things, like, you know, in losses and wins, they're always humble, and it's like no matter what they go through, it's just always about like striving and like progression. The way he approaches a fight is like he dips his toes first before jumping all the way in, and that's kind of like the approach that I kind of take with my music or pretty much anything in life, taking my time to really break it down, analyze it, be patient, because I think I make a lot of mistakes in music and in life in general when I'm not patient. So just being able to sit down and wait and test the response of things before saying, all right, now I know how to crack it, and then going all the way for it. So that's one way he's influenced me, you know, not to rush and be patient, because a lot of times when people are rushing things, it's only because they have a fear that they're going to lose that thing. But if you know that that thing is yours and that thing is destined for you, there's no need to rush the process. Let the experiences marinate very well on you so that you evolve and grow from it. So that's one thing that I've learned from Israel Adesanya.
Mine changes over time. It changes. Before, I would say there was a certain time where when I would write, I would want to write just from my perspective, and then another would be wanting to write based off how I feel the audience, for example, might gravitate towards what I'm writing towards. And I feel like then you write a lot of content, but then I realized the difference between that and when I started writing differently by what I'm inspired by or what I come up with more naturally. I felt people started gravitating towards that more, and I guess to some degree it's because it was more simplified for people to want to enjoy. So yeah, it's so different, because then if I'm focusing on like a concept or something, then it will be how I'm thinking rather than how the audience might gravitate towards it. But then if I'm just vibing to something, I'm like, yeah, the audience will definitely vibe to it because it somewhat feels natural. So it really does differ for me. It differs.
No, it differs for me as well, because like yeah, it differs so much. I'm just going to talk about the most recent change that's led me on this run. Most recent change was just writing from a perspective of not holding anything back and not thinking about catering to what I think people want, just doing what I want and writing about what I want to write about and recording what I want to record. Because when I started doing music that way, that's when people started really gravitating towards me. So whereas prior to that, with my first EP, which I shall not name, but I like one record from that actually. But yeah, I was thinking about what do people want from me? What do people want from me? And that led me to kind of, it was good music, but it wasn't hitting people. But then when it was about, okay, I'm just gonna, be myself, speak about what matters to me, I think people were attracted to that vulnerability, to the honesty, and how, empowering it was. Because it's easy to hide your weaknesses and your flaws and your fears, but, it's harder to actually face up to them and like look them in the face. So when I was doing that with my music, then that's when people started rating it. So.
Don't think you want that answer. Because it sounds cliche, but like mainly listen to music. Like I can't. you hear this from every artist, but it's
Yeah.
not because you're trying to sound like, oh, I'm the typical music head or anything, but it's
Yeah.
because like a lot of times either you're listening to yourself, listening to what you've worked on, so you could then pick out certain things to improve on, or you could listen to someone else, not necessarily to be inspired by the bars, but listening to a mix. Because for example, we've always like tried engineering ourselves, so that's something which sonically we're just listening on how we could improve. And if we were to work on different projects, and like I said, being artists rather than rappers, if we were to rap on a different genre to the typical, we would need to know how we fit best in it. So it's mainly listening, being inspired, and also even when watching movies, it's so crazy because even when watching movies, I would think like, oh, you know what, this song I did would be so sick on this part of the movie, like it makes sense. Or even when thinking about shooting a music video, and we're thinking of ways of incorporating certain things we've seen in the film industry in our music. So it's like, yeah, nothing apart from playing PlayStation. I think that's the only thing else, but it's still doing a lot of research, I would call it, because when watching things, I'm still researching. It's some sort of research for me, so that's me.
Yeah,
What about you?
I think literally, I feel like I can't switch off because, like, even if I do something that seems completely unrelated, it's gonna work its way back into the music.
Family.
Oh yeah, family. Yeah.
He was making music. I know that for a fact.
Definitely food. I can't do without. You know what I'm saying? Like, but not just any food. You say I'm talking like, you know, brown stew chicken, dumplings, and sweet jollof rice, like all of that. So food. So. Based on what I've recently been, I'm stuck on an island. Like, I need some good vibes. I'm WizKid, made in Lagos. Yeah, need some vibes. Stuck on an island I don't want to be at.
Stuck on an island. I'll need this artist called Isaiah to write another project called Glow in the Dark 2, because I would need something to get me out of that darkness, because me stuck on an island, nah.
you
So
feel
I
me?
need part 2 of Glow in the Dark.
Oh my god.
Something I could relate to on the island to get me off.
Yeah, well.
Hint, hint. Is there a glow in the dark too?
You can call it that. You can call it that. You know, I'm too early to give away names. But, yeah.
New release coming soon. Coming with a video. You know what? I'm still in the process of trying to select the song, but I've got the songs. That's it. I've got the songs.
Is it a vibe?
I'll play an exclusive of the.
Oh,
record.
can we have a listen? Right now.
Hey, I'm
do it.
done. I need to hear this.
Stepped in, feeling like the man I remember. Don't bounce back, now we up again. Took a couple else in the past, tough times never lost, now we up again. Riding the fire, inspired by your family. Money I can make, see the customer card. Live for today, cause tomorrow wasn't promised. Cause tomorrow wasn't promised.
Mad.
What I have coming up next, some interesting things. Got also a visual for my upcoming project as well, so new music coming up. Also got a chat with my creative director, someone that's part of my team, Tariro, talking about what it was like growing up in Australia as like the only black kid. So that's all in the lead up to the new projects coming out, and yeah, plenty of new music. Then I got a Pass the Mic coming out, which is amazing. It's astounding, the energy. You guys are gonna feel it in your heart. And yeah, and then Cupid's 9 also out as well. Shout out our core vision, Pardeep, the creator, for yeah, you know, helping out with executing that vision. So.
At official Fèroce Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, just official Fèroce, Feroce. You should be able to find my music everywhere.
Me, I'm mainly on Instagram. That's at YJustIsaiah. So you know how to spell Y. You know how to spell just Isaiah. ISAIAH. That's how you spell it. Yeah.
And once again, thank you for Inite TV
Yes.
or to Inite TV for having us.
Thank you.
Hope to be back soon. Interview part 2.
Cheers.